you all looked at what successful games would look like for you, the style of play that you want to have, how much of it would match what we saw today?
Pretty spot on. I mean, you can talk about all these different words of being electric and bringing energy and relentless, and then actually doing it. And they did exactly that. I mean, they're running all over the field, making plays, stealing bases. Our at bats, like that is what a relentless at bat looks like, 1 through 9. Like all the way from the beginning of the game down to, I mean, ton of foul balls. I mean, made it really tough on every one of their pitchers. Drove pitch counts up. Like when you have that mentality 1 through 9, that's putting that word into action. And I felt like our at bats and our style of play was exactly that.
For all of that to play out the way that it did, and also to punctuate it with Nolan to have that moment, what was that feeling like for you all with that ball?
Puts a pretty nice bow on it, and to be quite honest. I mean, this is a guy that's worked really hard this offseason to come back and show what he's capable of doing and what he's done for a very long time. So that homer, it's a big homer. It's probably more meaningful than people think, and gets us going on the right foot. But all of it, man, the on base and then the homers, Newt, Donnie. I mean, I liked a lot of things that we saw today.
You've talked about how Newt can be a catalyst for you. You had him in the leadoff spot. He hits the ball 109 miles an hour to start the game and then goes home run. How much can he drive this offense?
It's a tough way to start a game. You got a guy that can hit it out of the park, pitch number 1, draws a walk, controls the strike zone, hits the ball hard all over the field, and the guy behind him is not much easier to face. So it's a good way to start for sure. But style of play and the overall at bats today was spot on to what we're looking for.
You got used to finishing games a lot like you did today, the same guy out there in the ninth.
Yeah.
The job, what do you think of the job the two guys kind of knew to that either that role or knew the team did to get the lead there?
Really nice job. We had Fernandez down today. He'll be available on Saturday, but he was working through some hip tightness, so we gave him the day. So we knew we were going to have to navigate that 6th inning different than we would in order to get to Helsley, and I felt like the guys did a really nice job. Roycroft was super efficient, was on the attack, got his lefty, which would have been his worst matchup, ended up punching him out. And then Phil, I mean, he's as steady of a heartbeat you can possibly have, and he's gonna do a nice job for us.
So was it Kyle that tagged in for Ryan, or is it Phil in the 8th because Ryan was down?
Yeah, it trickles all the way down to the 6th.
From your vantage point, Oli, how impressive of a play is it from Vic to track that ball down right center?
Really nice play. And he's been working extremely hard at exactly that, man. Just putting your head down, getting to a spot. The work that our outfielders have put in during spring, we'll start to see it come into play, and that's a perfect example of it, man. Because good jump, got to it. That's a big part of that game. So, yeah, credit to him. He's put a lot of work in.
Oli, Nolan's homer didn't give you a lead or complete a 5-for-5 day yet. The crowd, I think, recognized the meaning, probably for the whole winter and everything else. Did you see it that way for the curtain call?
No doubt about it. And our dugout felt that same energy. It's a big homer, and it'll get everybody going in the right direction. So, yeah, we felt it as well.
Oli, you mentioned his just wanting to show what he's capable of. Do you feel like there's any extra edge with him coming into this season?
You have one of the most competitive humans I've ever been around. I would say so, yeah.
To Jeff's point, it seems like this was a textbook win through and through from the 1st through the 9th inning. Did you get a sense of a different level of confidence from your players today? You could tell, at least from their at-bats starting off, that it seemed to be a little hungrier. But throughout, it seemed like a more confident team.
Yeah, I would agree with you. It's cliche to sit here and be like they're playing for each other. The reality is, like, these dudes are coming together really well, and it started in the offseason. Spring was really good for them, and you can see it from pitch number 1 of having each other's back, and it was fun to watch. But there is a aspect of we score, that's behind us, like let's keep going, and we felt that throughout the entire game. It's going to work at times, and at times, on the bump's going to be better. But I just like the mentality and overall approach that they took into that game. Yeah.
What do you think set that tone? Sonny with a 6-pitch first inning, was it Lars with that opening at bat?
Yeah, I think that tone was set months ago, and now we're going to be able to put it into action. Yeah.
You talk a lot about different guys hustling,
Sure.
making effort plays, but one way up, he has Herrera taking that extra base. Is that kind of like one of those examples, like, give it your all, and if you're out, we'll talk about it tomorrow?
Yeah, and we're going to learn from moments that don't go our way, right? Like today, it went our way. There are situations where early leaves at first based on something that we have on a pitcher, and it led to a balk and a ball thrown away. Easily could have been 2 outs at second. And are you going to shy away because it didn't work, or are we going to keep the pedal down knowing that, hey, we're going to stay aggressive and we're going to be smart, but we're going to stay aggressive. So work to our advantage today, and we're going to continue to build on those type of moments. Yeah.
Ollie, the game tends to find players. Jordan had the catch on the first out, and then Wilson had kind of that catch in the Bermuda Triangle. How would you describe how they did defensively?
I think it goes back to what you mentioned. Like they're playing with a lot of confidence, and you play with confidence when you feel prepared, and they've done exactly that. I feel like this group is extremely prepared, and that's what's leading to playing with some freedom. Yeah.
Ollie, how did you see Sonny Smith's mix of stuff today?
I thought his mix was good, man. You're talking about a guy that wasn't feeling real well and has battled through the illness. We didn't know if he was going to, energy-wise, just tap out after 2, 3, 4, and he kept going strong. So I'm glad he was able to get as close to 80 pitches. But he did a phenomenal job of mixing, relied on the sinker and the curveball more than normal, and both those pitches were very effective for him. So overall, solid outing for him. Yeah. Good.
Newt's known
Not
for
good.
not chasing. He hits the home run off a pitch that was well below the zone. Do you like seeing him be more aggressive? Not chasing, but go being aggressive in that spot.
No, if there's a mistake and he sees it pop early and he can go with it, I'm cool with it. But one of his strengths is not leaving the zone. So there's a lot of value in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oli, with Wilson, was it what you were expecting about his performance today?
With-
Race base with
Wilson,
Wilson?
yeah, he's looked really good. He's taken to that much quicker than I anticipated, but he put a lot of work in, and he looks natural over there. And you can just tell, like, the game's slowing down for him at first. Like, he's having fun out there. He's messing with people. So, like, he's being himself, which is fun to watch. But, yeah. Good.